Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 51st episode of the TheCoasterCasters. I guess travel now. I gotta get used to saying the TheCoasterCasters travel because that's the new name for it. My name is Travis, and with me tonight I have Alex.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex, and I come from Alex Productions. I'm the founder there, and I'm very glad to be on.
Awesome. Before we get started, I tweeted out the fact that we hit 100 subscribers on this channel. And I want to thank each and every one of you that have watched the channel because we've been around for a year and 6 months, it feels like. I know it was not this past September, but the September before. So it would be the September during Horror Nights 25. And
I think the first episode that was officially for the TheCoasterCasters actually wasn't until November.
No, it was actually in September.
Really?
Yes.
I kind of forgot about that. I just thought it was in November as opposed to September.
Let me check on that real quick because I could be wrong. I've been doing this so long I don't even know. Our first episode was, in fact, October 29th.
Oh, we were in the middle.
But again, that wasn't technically our first episode because that was pre-recorded.
Sure.
We recorded that in the middle of September because Owen was going to Horror Nights for the next 3 weeks. So we recorded 2 or 3 episodes that week before he left. I think. I can't remember. I know we did 4 episodes, and then whenever I did the entire overhaul of the channel, I deleted them because they didn't need to be there. But
maybe put them back on as an old flashback.
Well, they are gone permanently.
Oh, well, that sucks.
No, because literally it was just us talking about nothing. We were just there saying, "Oh, how was your day?" It was good. How was yours? It was okay.
Crap.
But I'm going to go into something real quick, a little, not tangent. It's not really a bad tangent, but it's a good tangent. So, well, not an amazing tangent. There's no way that is. So, around episode 23, which was April 15th, that next week is when my dad passed away. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because everybody that has either subscribed or followed me on Twitter or Instagram or friended me on Facebook and before that all saw that happened. And they have been there for me ever since. And I had people saying, "Hey, when are you going to come back to podcasting?" I said, "I don't know if I want to." And they said, "Just try it one time." And I tried it. And it was actually episode 24. I did podcast again because I did a vlog and I posted on the 10th, but that was just to try it out and to see if I liked it. And I did. It was okay. That video actually has 88 views, which surprises me. Not really. It's a later on podcast or a less recent video. But that video or that podcast was probably my favorite podcast I ever did because I put so much energy into it. And I'm not saying this I'm drained, but I'm so exhausted. I really am. And I'm not quitting. There's no way that I'm quitting. It's just it's really hard. And I haven't really like told anybody this at all. But it's been rough. It really has. Going to school, keeping up my grades as much as I can, doing all this YouTube stuff, and still coping with the fact that I don't get to see my dad every day. I actually don't get to see him ever again. um, I will someday, but not anytime soon. Hopefully. Knock on wood on that one. Um,
So, if it's fine, do you mind if I say something?
yeah, you say something.
In my time being a podcaster, whether or not it be here on the TheCoasterCasters or on podcasts that I do that Travis and others from this channel actually come on, it's always very much within the transcribes of that we want to lay our thoughts about whatever it may be in pop culture or in entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And something that I love what Travis is doing is that he's trying to at least expand it a little bit with at least broad but same themes. And I'm happy to see him grow as a content creator, not because of just wanting to see people grow, but just seeing how hard it is for him to grow and to still cater to who he set out to appease with in the first place. And something I like in the industry of like in wherever a show that's talked about is that everything that we say here is our opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And it's genuine and it's not biased. Or if it is biased, there's at least some context to it that's at least admittedly true. And I'm happy to be a part of this podcast and happy to be tagging alongside Travis.
Well, I'm happy you're here. But just going back to what I was talking about before, it's hard doing this because, like, I'm going to be honest right now, the viewer count is at 0, and I don't foresee it going up to 1. And if it does, that's awesome. It really never does. We don't really get that many views. Well, live at least. It goes up like after, because I guess people are out with their families on Friday night, 9:30, which I totally understand. Have fun with your family, but it's just.
I think you think of it in a different context than what.
Oh, I'm not mad. Like, my views used to be like 5 per episode, and now they're shooting up to like 20 per episode. I'm happy. I'm content with the way that my channel is right now, and I'm not changing it. Well,
you are.
I'm changing it. I'm changing it because I'm adding content to it to increase not popularity and not trying to like grow myself to where I get 100 subscribers a day. No, I don't want that. Well, I do, but like I'm not begging for it. I want to keep the channel the way it is. This podcast will never leave this channel. Never. Until the day it's done. And until then, this channel will probably still live on. But this podcast, CoasterCasters podcast in quotation marks, or CoasterCasters Travel, will never end. Because there will always be something to talk about. And it's just like every other podcast I will do. All of the WWE podcasts I do. By the way, I'm going to say something about the WWE podcast. I don't know who did it, and I'm not mad at you. Actually, I kind of am mad at you. And I don't know who you are, but whoever went through and disliked every single live stream that I did of wrestling, thank you. Because that's fueling me to continue doing it. So you will watch it, give me a view, and then dislike it. That's making me better, not you. Nice try. But there's going to be, at least for me, starting not next week, but the week after, there's going to be 5 podcasts a week for me. And I'm not trying to like, just add all this content to the channel. No, I'm actually doing it because it's something I've been wanting to do for a while. It's just I've felt so much pressure and a lot of stuff's been going on with everything with dad and just all of that. I haven't really like had the time to sit down and logistically think, hey, can I do this at this time? And having one class in class helps a lot because I can do all of my homework for my other classes, not right before the due date, but like kind of right before the due date. So I have an entire month that I can just like chill and do podcasts, but I also take like a week and record the videos for the gaming channel, which you can go find in the little, I guess, description bar. I think I put it there. If I didn't, I think it's on the side of the channel because I hit 100 subscribers, so I can have like related channels and all that stuff. So I put the other channel on there. But I'm just happy that I finally made it to 100. I've heard that once you hit 100, your channel starts to grow more. I know I've only been 100 for 2 days, actually a day. I haven't seen it. I actually lost a subscriber, so thanks, dude. Nice knowing you. But I don't. I'm not in it for the views. I'm not in it for the money. Like, there's the podcast, yeah, they're monetized. Like, the stuff that has copyright, like, there's only a couple vlogs that have it. And it's because they didn't really get many views. So I'm like, whatever, just put it on there. My media videos, I don't make money off of them. And I don't get any media videos. Like, I got 3 in my entire, like, career as being a podcaster. I've gotten 3 that I've put on the channel. Yeah, go ahead.
Because as much as I do agree with you, it's somewhat getting off topic for the show.
Oh, I'm just. You said give you time, so I'm ready. Okay, well, I was just saying my grand soliloquy real quick.
And then just allow me to say a few things while you get yourself ready. And
I've been ready. I've had my my stuff open all day.
Because I do want to point something out.
Okay.
What people do in entertainment, something that I believe that every individual should excel with, is the words of one man that has always been an inspiration to me, and that you always must move forward to continue your craft and continue who you want to be. You're not going to get better for just being popular. And something, for example, what I've done, I don't care about views. I don't care about reception. All I care is about creating content that is admittedly great for myself as a content creator so I can show it off to future individuals. That's what I think people should look for and what this channel has done.
Yeah.
But I believe we have diverged. So let's get back to theme parks.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
You want to start?
So I'm going to start. And really, we're just going to flip-flop from around the world tonight. I did not feel like organizing it. I didn't have time to. I did not feel like organizing it. So there's going to be a lot of flip-flopping. I'm probably going to talk about Universal, and then Alex is probably going to talk about Universal some other time.
Strangely enough, I have no Universal news.
I have Universal news. I think nope, just one coast. Okay. So, for all you fans of the Universal Superstar Parade, because I know there's a buttload of them, the Chicken Dance show before the 4 p.m. Dora and Diego show before the parade will switch to a new Go Diego Go theme. Don't know what that means. I'm guessing that it
just relates to the show.
I guess it's just going to be Go Diego Go, and they're just saying, bye, Dora, we don't need you anymore. You're old. I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it's something really.
It's nothing important. It really is not. I just felt like saying it because I hate the Superstar Parade. I really do.
Honestly, the Superstar Parade is what it is. I will not diss it, nor will I praise it over the moon.
Yeah. By the way, I just want to preface this entire podcast by saying I got a new microphone today, and I am testing it out at the moment. So if you hear like it,
Pop.
if you hear changes in my voice, or if I get louder or I get softer, I'm just testing it. I don't know what this is going to sound like. So bear with me. I'm actually pressing the mute button because I got the Blue Yeti blackout microphone with the Watch Dogs 2 bundle, which I still have to go upstairs and try and download Watch Dogs 2 again. And I've been pressing the mute button every time Alex talks, so I can get used to doing that. And I'm probably about to change it to a different setting because I have 4 settings on here. I have a stereo, an omnidirectional. Where's my guide? It's in here. Omnidirectional, stereo, cardioid, omnidirectional, and bidirectional. So I'm probably gonna try omnidirectional next. So I don't think it's on that. Let me see. No, it's not. Okay. So continuing on with that, did you have anything to say, Alex?
It's just a superstar parade. Need anything else to say?
That's very true. Moving on across the pond to Disneyland Paris. A couple of photos of the new car for Hyperspace Mountain have come out. They have the soft Vekoma vest restraint things. Kind of like what it looks like on Dominator at King's Dominion, which we'll talk about Dominator in a second. But there's gonna probably be no head banging, and there's gonna be better viewing angles because you'll be able to like turn your head. But I'm again very angry that Disneyland Paris is getting Hyperspace Mountain before Walt Disney World is. But that's none of my business. What do you think, Alex?
I've heard that those trains have actually been there for years. And this is the second time they've popped up. It'd be wise not to expect this train, although at this point, I'm just going to be a wait and see.
Yeah.
Travis?
Yeah, sorry. I'm glad I had it muted because I dropped my phone, and that was going to be very, very loud.
But yeah, that's all I really think about it. I don't care whether or not hyperspace goes to Orlando, although I think that it doesn't come at all because there's a lot of problems with that concept.
Yeah. All right, so moving on from that, I'm actually going to change to the omnidirectional, like I said. So I'm going to go on mute for a second, and then I'm going to change it.
Did you want me to talk about what Adventure Dome's having?
No, because I just changed it.
Oh.
I think. Can you still hear me?
Yeah. Crap.
Okay, so I put it on the wrong one. I went right instead of left, so it went to bidirectional for a second. So now I'm trying omnidirectional.
It can't be another one of those episodes without some form of technical difficulty.
I know, it's every episode, man. Every single episode.
Crikey.
So, oh no, I lost it. Okay, so you do one of them while I get one of them back.
All right. Right now, it was kind of leaked a few days ago that Adventure Dome at Circus Circus in Las Vegas, the indoor amusement park that offers the S&S El Loco roller coaster and the Aerodynamics Canyon Blaster, would be potentially receiving a brand new family coaster from Chance Rides. If you know who Chance Rides is, they are the creators of attractions like Lightning Run and Mamba.
They are amazing.
And from what it looks like in terms of the layout before it was taken down, it's going to be somewhat similar to a coaster from Santa Monica called the West Coaster. And I think it's from the same manufacturer. What do you think of Chance Rides actually coming more into other territories?
I think you're probably going to hear me fluctuate a lot of volume in this because I'm testing the volume. Um, I think that Chance Rides is great. Lightning Run is an amazing coaster. Oh my gosh, it's probably my favorite coaster ever, if I could say something like that. Um, it's oh my gosh. I would go. I would ride it. I wish I could ride anything Chance rides.
Uh, like the only type of attractions I've experienced from Chance is the hypercoaster from Worlds of Fun, Mamba, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, West Coaster is from Chance Rides as well. I think they're fine. I don't think it's bad, and I think that they do good. And I haven't been on Lightning Run, so don't judge me on there. So who knows? I think it's a nice addition to the park. I would rather see a water attraction because they don't have it. But yeah. Um, shit. Trav?
I told you it was gonna happen. I knew something bad was gonna happen. We're
Yeah.
good. No. We're good. We're good. We're good. I was trying to fiddle with things I probably shouldn't have fiddled with, and it did what I knew it was going to do. So that was a great test. Thank you guys for participating in the earthquake awareness test. We will have one again in another year.
Or in about a minute.
No, because I'm not going to touch the mic for the rest of the night, except to mute it.
Got it.
Because I think I like the setting it's on, either that or the actual like podcast one for it. I think I might just keep it on the podcast one because it goes in like this. Well, you guys can't see my flipping face. Like you know how this mic works. I don't have to explain it to you. So I'm just going to change it real quick back to the other one. It's going to literally take 2 seconds.
But okay, so as he talks about
No, I'm good. I changed it.
Should we go back to Disney with the other thing?
I was going to go to King's Dominion.
All right.
So, according to a post on some forum, I don't remember which forum it was, the battle for King's Dominion will be coming to the park in 2017, much like the battle for Cedar Point taking place in 2016. It's like an interactive game from a company called Holovis, and it's using augmented reality and it's technological entertainment. That's what, but it's like it's a word that combines them both. Thank you. To allow guests to interact with sections of the park, allow other guests to be a part of one big giant game. According to its early release information, guests will be asked to join one of 5 clans to battle for control of the park, with clans themed to Intimidator 305, Volcano, Dominator, Flight of Fear, and Avalanche, which I don't understand why they don't like do one to, I don't know, the Racer, possibly. Okay, or I think it's called Rebel Yell there. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been to King's Dominion. I don't know what their Racer coaster is called. I think it's just called the Racer. But Avalanche, it's a great attraction. It's just,
it's Rebel Yell.
It's Rebel Yell. That's what I thought. If I was them, I would do Intimidator, Volcano, Dominator, Flight of Fear, and Rebel Yell, because those are your big 5 coasters.
Or hey, you can do Hurler.
Yeah, you could do her. Never mind. That's just putting salt on the wound.
No. It's dead. It's dead for right now.
It's dead for right now, and then in 2017, 2018, 2019, it's never gonna open back up.
It's 2085. If anyone else still gives a crap.
Yeah, true that. But look out for that game if you go to King's Dominion. It's probably going to be super fun. I never got to play the Cedar Point one, but I knew a lot of people who did play the Cedar Point one, and they said it was very, very fun. Why did that open on computer?
you mind if I talk about a topic next?
Sure. And then we'll go into Disney Springs.
Okay. Yeah. So it was officially brought up that Warner Brothers Studios in the United Kingdom would be receiving a brand new expansion to their Harry Potter museum experience. And the new expansion would entail a Forbidden Forest themed expansion containing unique props and assets from the original films, along with backstage looks and a life-size version of the hippogriff himself and Aurog, the giant spider from the films. Travis, so let's start off first just by talking about
I hate spiders. I'm going to start out by just saying I hate spiders.
Do you think it's a wise move that Warner Brothers UK is doing that?
I think it's genius.
And
go ahead.
I think it's kind of telling though for the future.
Okay, so this Warner Brothers Studio tour has been around, I think, since the last movie or a little bit before the last movie. It's offering a new attraction, which is just it's the entire thing is basically Wizarding World of Harry Potter wrapped into a studio tour.
But no Forbidden Journey,
there's no roller coasters, there's no simulators, there's no none of that. It's just you're walking on sets. That's exactly what it is.
It's not a bad thing.
I don't know. It's not. It's great. It's basically like Universal Studio Tour and Universal Hollywood. It's really cool, except with Universal Hollywood, you don't get to walk on sets. You just sit in the tram. But this, you actually get to walk on the sets. I think this Forbidden Forest themed expansion does not have anything to do with what is going on at Universal Hollywood. Not Hollywood, Orlando. I think it has nothing to do with it. I don't think that they're going to get rid of Dragon Challenge for the time being. I think they're going to hold off possibly until Fallon opens to announce anything, or maybe whenever they're done with Fast and Furious, then they will announce that Dragon Challenge will close, turn into something new in 2019, and then late 2019, early 2020, and then 2021 is whenever we will get Nintendo.
I've heard a lot of conflicting things, and so have others. One big thing I've always heard is that they've had their sights on expanding the Wizarding World. One major area that would make sense, and Fal Alderson actually brought this up more recently, is if you close down the Dragon Challenge. And there's a good replacement that can come out of it, and that is a family dark ride. Now, here's the thing. The resort's lacking family dark rides. It's lacking.
Not really?
Well, most of the new attractions have been mainly for an adult audience.
Well, okay. Time out. Travis has to intervene. I have to play devil's advocate in this one because there's a lot of rides there that, yes, they are adult themed. Not really. But
they contain content that wouldn't be suitable for most young children.
You have Spider-Man. Spider-Man is pretty suitable to children because a lot of kids love Spider-Man. Transformers. Kids love the Transformers series.
They don't have attractions that have a low, and I mean low, height restriction. They need attractions that have low height restrictions and high capacities so that way they can get people into the picture. And also, if you get rid of Dragon's Challenge, it could also lead to expanding the footprint of the area, and that would give possibility for more walking space and wouldn't lead to a problem that has been long rumored if they would ever decide to do the nighttime show. And that is, how would they handle the flow of guests? Doing something with Dragon's Challenge, getting rid of it, would make a lot of sense because it would allow them to very much bring new life to that area. That's a very exposed area of the park. It's
Yeah, because
exposed, and there's no
it was already there before Potter was there.
it lacks what really has people seen with Diagon Alley, with Hogwarts. It lacks that thematic cohesive element. It's very much a problematic coaster, and I don't think JK really wants that to stick around for a long period of time. Neither does Warner Brothers, because they believe that original Harry Potter is a gigantic money-making machine. Doing something with the Forbidden Forest would actually make a lot of sense. It only got a small, and I mean small, amount of screen time in Forbidden Journey. So expanding upon that concept would actually be perfect for an expansion.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I don't think it'll be based off of the Forbidden Forest. And I don't think it'll be a dark ride. Because you think about it, you already have a dark ride in that area, and then people will start catching on. Well, people are already starting to catch on because most of the stuff there is simulators and stuff like that.
But here's my thing: what if the dark ride isn't screen based? What if it's a family, calm, friendly dark ride that does not have any threats and is very much a soothing attraction with multiple creature AAs?
Mm,
And that wouldn't have any gimmick that would be screen oriented at all.
I don't know.
Because the way I see it, if you do Forbidden Forest, you have to take down dragons. And any expansion for Hogsmeade, you have to. I don't think they'll touch Lost Continent.
Eventually they will.
I think something else is going to.
But that's another story for a different day.
But yeah, besides that, I do really like the concepts and everything that they're going for within the Warner Brothers Studio Tour for London. And I gotta admit, Arog looks pretty cool, regardless of whether or not it looks faithful to what it's supposed to be. And I'm very excited to see more footage that comes out of it when it opens.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about Disney Springs and how much they screwed up Planet Hollywood.
Ah, la 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 la. There's three things. Actually, yeah, there's three things I can talk about with Disney Springs. So let's get started with Disney Springs. First, Paddlefish opens tomorrow. They had their grand opening tonight. I'm hearing actually pretty good things about it from what I've been seeing on Twitter. People are saying that it's actually a really good atmosphere. I never ate at what was there before. I don't even remember what was there before.
I think it was a Ghirardelli.
No, I think it was a fish restaurant. They just rethemed.
Let me check.
Anyway, moving on to the biggest part of the Disney Springs news this week is the Disney Quest will close forever on July 3rd of this year. Possibly. I say possibly is because NBA has literally backed out of this deal twice. Would not shock me if they backed out a third time. It's still closing on to make way for the NBA experience. I'm hoping it doesn't go through. I don't want to see Disney Quest close. I think the Disney Quest idea is amazing. I just think that they need to change it up. They need to gut it, and they need to make it like a better version of its former self. And they need to have old arcade games, and they need to have VR, and they needed to have like old attractions put into VR. So like make the Alien Counter ride a VR game or VR ride, and put Some of All Thrills in there. Yeah, they need a complete renovation of that place because they still have Radio Disney, the old logo for Radio Disney. So I rest my case.
I thought I saw on Twitter or not a few days ago. What's going to happen is that they're going to get rid of the building altogether, which actually makes a lot. It makes sense. There's no way you can keep that building.
Well, that building was built just for that sole purpose, so it didn't shock me.
Now, the replacement. And I know a lot of people would disagree, but I would have much preferred a pseudo NBC type place instead of referring to one IP.
Yeah, you had an NBC type place. It was called ESPN Zone, and they closed everywhere.
Well, no, they still have it in
New York,
Anaheim, New York. No, Anaheim's still there.
Yeah, I know. Anaheim and New York. Those are the only two places that still have NBA Zone. Which I was hoping that they were going to be like, hey, we're reopening ESPN Zone in the west side of, because that would match it. Because the west side is basically like being renovated to kind of do a nod to the past, kind of. Because you're getting Cirque du Soleil. They're coming back, but they're getting a new show. And then there's going to be a sports thing put in. Why don't they just make it ESPN Zone?
It's problematic.
Disney.
They're getting screwed over.
Or at least put the ESPN Zone inside Wide World of Sports. Or put the NBA restaurant there. You can keep Disney Quest.
See,
no one's going to care about this restaurant.
My problem is that going with just one sport concept is a bad idea.
It really is.
Yes, like NBA City closed and Universal Orlando and NASCAR Sports Grill closed in Orlando. May it rest in peace. And it's like very much a dated concept. No one wants to go for just like one particular sport. If you're going to do it for everything, not just one, because it's very much a kind of slap in the face to Disney. As much as I hate to say it, it's a slap to the face, and it's very much a problem that I don't think Disney is going to be able to handle.
It'll close.
They want to collect rent. I get that. But they really can't do this. Close it, like shut it down, tear it down, that's fine. Put something else there that's far more suitable and far more like money worth. Put something there that makes a lot of sense.
Dave & Buster's.
Now there's already one, and I think there's exclusive. I would believe there'd probably be some form of exclusivity.
Put something like Dave & Buster's, but call it Disney Quest. Oh, wait. They already did, and it succeeded for literally almost 20 years. Okay.
Until it became dated. See, the problem I have with a concept like this is that it's very much an issue to where how are you going to keep this fresh?
Alex, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Whenever something in a theme park becomes dated, what happens to it?
It either shuts down or it receives some form of massive overhaul.
Yes. You could have done a massive overhaul of Disney Quest. Literally made it great. Again, I'm sorry. I had to.
Here's my thing. And I know a lot of people would get angry at me for saying this. Disney Quest is already, like, Disney Springs has enough dining options on its own. If they replaced it with something else that would be either entertainment or retail oriented, I don't think that would have been much of a problem. And I know people would get a lot of shit towards me because of that. But when you think about it, look at what they've done. And what have they done? Most of the additions have been mainly food.
Travis is about to make a point.
Food and high retail.
You literally just gave me an amazing idea. So I've never done this before. I'm going to go through everything that's at Disney Springs, food-wise, and then we'll go into retail. They have stuff at AMC, which it's a dining theater, so it's a movie theater where you eat actual food.
Makes sense.
Amaret's Patisserie, which is a bakery, which I'm gonna take check marks on this too.
Personally speaking, I do believe that Disney Springs is not a bad concept, and I do believe that has a lot of potential if handled correctly. But doing an NBA experience is not what they should do. What's the other thing you want to talk about with Disney Springs?
Paddlefish. Oh, you can talk about Planet Hollywood while I do this.
Yeah, Planet Hollywood's a freaking joke.
Yes, I know.
Here's the thing. And as much as I hate to say it, concept versus reality. Take a look back and look what you see. And I said this to Finn from New York, that when you look at it for what it is, when you look at it, the concept actually looked rather nice, and it kind of fit with the Disney Spring architecture. Now, flash forward to now. Half of the stuff that they had in the concept art isn't even there. Most of it is gone, and it's not even there to begin with.
Yeah. Wow, I am blowing my own mind right now. Like, you're gonna laugh at this.
This is my biggest problem that I've had. It's the biggest problem that I have ever had when it comes to the fact of, Disney and everything about that. And I do believe that there's enough to put into perspective when you think of how Twosome Chocolate Factory, for example, and I'm not trying to say Universal's better, but look at it from a different point of view. So in concept art, they had a lot of things going for it and a lot of things on it. Okay, so you probably expect to see at least some of that gone. And what happened? Only a few small and noticeable things were cut, but those were small and insignificant. 3/4 to most of the entire thing was still there. From concept art to reality, that is something that has to be kept in mind. And with Planet Hollywood, it's a Twosome ripoff. I will say that. It very much seems like a Twosome ripoff that doesn't have any idea what they want to do for a theme. They should have done something, and yet they didn't do anything.
Yep.
Throw it on me.
Oh, I'm not even done, good sir. You can keep ranting. I will allow it.
Okay, then let's talk about Avatar while you do that.
Yeah, let's talk about Avatar.
There was a recent leak that occurred with Avatar going with a leak of the Flight of Passage ride vehicles. And from what it seems like, the ride vehicle will be very much similar to Tron in the boundaries of how they have a giant flying dragon creature. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Banshee.
The Banshees, and that you're actually going to ride on them. From what it sounds like from other individuals on the forums and all that and other communities, this will be a one person per Banshee, and it'll probably be eight Banshees at one particular area of the theater, at least for the particular row. So and from what it looks like, you will feel the Banshee. And I'm not going to be surprised that the leak kind of looks like that they are hiding another Banshee behind the one that's seen, like from the right side. So I'm kind of curious to see how many Banshees will there be on a given row, whether or not it'll be one, like 8 Banshees per row, or 16 Banshees per row.
5, 6, 7, 8. 39. I'm counting. 40, 41, 42, 43, 44.
What do you think of the
45,
Banshees?
46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. Okay. I just needed to count that real quick. Okay. The Banshees look really cool. I hope they look a little bit better. I hope they turn out to be very comfortable when you sit in them, and I hope it's a fun ride.
Yeah.
Can I please go back to my rant about Disney Springs? Please, 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 please.
I'm going to mute myself.
Oh, please don't mute yourself. I want to hear you laugh hysterically. Okay, so I'm again going to read all of the restaurants, because this is about restaurants, at Disney Springs. You have McGuffin's at AMC. It's basically a bar. You have the dine-in theaters at AMC, Amaret's Patisserie, BB Wolf's Sausage Company, the Boathouse, which is amazing. I will never bash the Boathouse ever. Blaze Fast Fired Pizza, Bongo's Cafe, Bongo's Cuban Cafe, my bad. Bongo's Cuban Cafe Express, Chef Art Smith's Homecoming, Coca-Cola Store Rooftop Beverage Bar, Cooks of Dublin, Deluxe Burger, the Daily Poutine, the Dining Room at Wolfgang Puck's Grand Cafe, Dockside Margaritas, Earl of Sandwich, Aaron McKenna's Bakery, New York City, the Express at Wolfgang Puck's Grand Cafe, Florida Snow Company, Food Truck Fantasy Fair, Food Truck Namaste Cafe, the Superstar Catering Food Truck, and the World Showcase of Flavors Food Truck. Food Quest, Frontera Cocina, which is really good too. Ghirardelli's Chocolate Place, or whatever it's called. That's basically a store, but they also make food there too. House of Blues, the Front Porch, House of Blues, the Smokehouse, which those are separate restaurants, let me tell you. Haagen-Dazs on West Side, Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, Joffrey's Smoothies. What happened to my thing? Never mind, we're good. Joffrey's on West Side, Morimoto's Asia, Morimoto's Street Food, Paddlefish, Paradiso 37, Planet Hollywood, Portobello Country Italian Trattoria, Raglan Road, Rainforest Cafe Lava Lounge, Rainforest Cafe Disney Springs Marketplace, Starbucks in the Marketplace, Starbucks on West Side, which is my favorite Starbucks, STK, Splitsville, Sprinkles, T-Rex, Tea Traders Cafe by Joffrey's, Vivali Il Gelato. It's a gelato place. Wetzel's Pretzel Marketplace and Wetzel's Pretzels West Side, Wolfgang Puck Express in the Marketplace, Wolfgang Puck Grand Cafe, and Yaseke. Those are all of the restaurants, all 55 food options at Disney Springs, which most of them have different categories, like American, Seafood Bakery. There are 41 American offerings at Disney Springs. Now, to be fair, whenever they say American, they mean like they serve American food, like chicken tenders, pizza, stuff like that. Well, pizza is not really an American food, but the Americanized pizza. Why is there 41 American offerings and only 4 sushi ones? I understand. Not a lot of people like sushi. A lot of people eat the same bland American food. But have more than American seafood, a bakery, a couple bakeries actually. There's 5. Steak or a steakhouse, Cuban food, Irish food, sushi, Asian food. There's 1 Mexican restaurant, 2 Japanese restaurants, a Latin restaurant, and 2 Italian restaurants. We don't need another American restaurant, and that's exactly what NBA Experience is going to be. It's going to be NBA City mixed with probably a couple basketball courts, probably some games dealing with basketball, maybe a PS4 setup or an Xbox One or something set up with NBA Jam, and you're done. That's exactly what it's going to be. There's no need for it. There's no need for it. There's even no need for shopping. Don't even get me started on these shops, because all of these shops, there's 110 shopping options at Disney Springs. And I understand you've opened that whole outlet area, which isn't really an outlet because everything's still freaking expensive. Trust me, I went. It's so expensive. You have like 18 sunglass huts. Doesn't make any sense.
And I get why people say it, because Disney Springs is it's for a higher market.
Yes, but
than what you would see at you.
But if you think about it, Disney is literally, and I've said this multiple times, Disney is starting to make it a 1% location to go. You're going to have to save up thousands and thousands of thousands of thousands of dollars to go on this once-in-a-lifetime trip to Walt Disney World Resort or Walt Disney World Parks and Resorts, or whatever it's called now. Go to Disney Springs, go to the 4 theme parks, buy all of your souvenirs that you're probably going to want to buy, and then you're going to go to Disney Springs. You're going to be like, wow, all of this stuff is really nice. This is my once-in-a-lifetime vacation to come to Disney. Oh, here's this $400 Alex and Annie bracelet that I can only get here. Oh, and then you go home, and because you sign up for this, you sign up for the list, you say, oh, they actually have these on the website? Okay. I could have just bought it at home. Well, then, that's fun.
As I said, and I will say this again, there is no need for Disney to do a dining experience on that area. Although I do believe that there is an ability to expand Disney Springs to at least accommodate for more crowd controlling areas, or, for instance, a form of an attraction that is not as problematic in size as Disney Quest. I think one of the biggest issues when it comes to Disney Quest is its size. It's a sore thumb, and it has to go for the Skyline to be at least back to a good stance. Now, that being said, do we have anything else?
Yes. Let me calm down a second about that. Okay, moving on. There is a new hotel opening in Pigeon Forge. Seems like there's one opening there literally every single day, but there's not. It is Margaritaville Resort in the Smokies, Gatlinburg.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't say anything.
Is there really that much to talk about?
No. It was basically announced back in December, but it's gonna be confirmed that a Margaritaville Resort and a Land Shark restaurant will be opening in Gatlinburg in 2018. Margaritaburg LLC. That's their LLC name. I just wanted to point that out. They're building a 7-story, 174-room hotel. It's right in the heart of Gatlinburg, next to No Way Jose's restaurant and Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. 4,000 square foot pool and a play area, a Saint Somewhere spa, and other Margaritaville themed shops and amenities. And will be connected to the Land Shark restaurant across the river, right on the parkway where the former Hard Rock Cafe Gatlinburg used to be. $35 million Margaritaville Resort of the Smokies project is already under construction, and the previously existing Best Western Hotel has been torn down. Wow, it took down a hotel. Good for them. Much like the rooms in the Pigeon Forge Resort, because Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg are two different things. Everyone should know that. They claim that all the rooms will feature fireplaces, wet bars, and each stocked with an official Margaritaville frozen concoction maker for your own use. Well then. And finally, very interesting news. Out of Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Berry Farm has announced that they will open a new VR-based attraction this summer. This will be a new upcharge experience attraction built in association with VR Studios and is being promoted as being the first permanent free-roaming VR installation at a North American theme park. This expectation is that the untethered VR experience will truly be one of a kind, and I hope to find out soon about it. More about it.
I've heard that they're going to talk a little bit more about it in the next few weeks to come.
Yeah.
That being said, this can go either way.
Yeah. Just a little note. What Universal Orlando did last year with the repository, that was also created in partnership with VR Studios. So it wouldn't surprise me if it was not like a horror themed, but like maybe something horror themed, or where you can pick your own adventure or something like that. But it's going to be where you can walk around and do your stuff, but you're guided by somebody so you don't run into a wall and make a fool out of yourself.
I think this can go in two distinct ways. One, they will have a very good amount of success depending on the theme.
Mm-hmm.
And two, this can turn bad really quick and you will get a lot of people angry.
Yes.
And Knott's tried to do VR 1 year and they got themselves canned. So
yeah.
I'm really whether or not thinking, could this work? And right now, I don't think so. We'll see what happens, but I don't think so. Is there anything else?
I don't have anything.
Then we're done.
Are we?
Yeah. Do you want me to talk about what I'm doing?
Sure.
Okay. Well, speaking of where you can find me, you can find me here on YouTube at Alex Show Productions, and you can find me at my social medias at Twitter for Alex Show Prod and Equestriamino and Ruby Amino at Alex Show Productions. Now, tomorrow night, please join in on my live stream on twitch.tv. I will be giving a link on there later tomorrow evening before the stream goes live as me, Travis Coasters, and OE Mockingjay of USA Today takes on Jackbox's own Drawful 2. And at the end of the stream, I will be taking a look at Freedom Planet 2 in its sample build mode. I highly recommend everyone to check out the stream and to divulge in whatever the hell happens. But until then, peace out, and I can't wait to see you on the next one.
Awesome. Just a little programming note. If you guys don't know, this channel now has its own custom URL. It is www.youtube.com/c/TheCoasterCasters podcast. I am very excited for that, and I've never been able to say that before. I've always been like, it's youtube.com/a bunch of letters. Actually, somebody typed that into YouTube one time and got a really interesting video. Don't do it. But we also have a second channel. It's a gaming channel. I play really fun video games on there. I just posted Sleeping Dogs, and as I erase this from my whiteboard, Kingdom Hearts and Overwatch. And let me just say, Overwatch is an amazing video game. It's very fun. I didn't give it the benefit of the doubt the first time it came out, and I feel like a horrible person. Overwatch is very fun. I recommend it to anybody who has not played it yet. Also, I'm doing WWE Career Mode, which you need to, if you don't watch any video, watch, I believe it's the third or fourth video that I record, which that'll come out in a couple weeks. But I beat a legit WWE legend. It's crazy. I'm like, whoa, how? Okay, sure. Then I'm playing The Last of Us. I'm continuing the Skyrim series and playing Final Fantasy 15. So that's going to be all on the gaming channel. I'm going to put one up. I'm going to try and put one up a day and like keep that going. tonight was the podcast, which that's getting checked off my whiteboard. I have a lot of homework to do this weekend, which that's not very fun. But next week, I still haven't decided if we're going to do a podcast. I will tell you all probably by Wednesday or Thursday if we do. But I'm going to Hilton Head for the week. I'm probably just going to take pictures. I'm not going to vlog or anything because I need time to myself. I've been through a lot lately and just need some time to recuperate from past couple months. Then we will come back on Sunday night, the 12th, for WWE Elimination Chamber, probably with Keenan again, and Will, hopefully. And then I'm going to start doing live streams during Raw and SmackDown. I'm going to force myself to watch SmackDown, or not force myself to watch SmackDown. It's a horrible, horrible thing to say. Force myself to watch Raw every week, because Raw is a horrible show and I don't want to watch it anymore. But I'm going to do it for you all. So we're gonna watch Raw, we're gonna watch SmackDown, and then starting possibly, I haven't gotten a thing back yet, but hopefully I will be able to officially announce it. Sorry, I just got tweeted something really funny. We are starting a pop culture podcast. It's probably just gonna be called the TheCoasterCasters Pop Culture. That's literally just underneath the TheCoasterCasters, and everything else will be like whatever it is, it'll be after it. But that's going to be with me, Alex, and two other people. One of them's completely confirmed, and I don't want to announce it yet. But the other one isn't really confirmed. I don't know. I haven't got up with the other person. So that'll be something that comes up next week. So yeah. And then I'm going to start posting the California vlogs on probably next Saturday. So you guys are going to start seeing California videos. I did say January, and I apologize, but I've been through a lot. Get off my back. But with that being said, Alex, do you have anything else to say?
I just want to say to everyone, thank you very much for joining on for the TheCoasterCasters for travel, and we hope to see you all next week.
Yep. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for getting me to 100 subscribers. It really means a lot. And I'll see you all in possibly 2 weeks, maybe next week. Bye.
Bye.